Okay, good morning, this is Tony Hayes again from Paranormal Investigation UK. We're once again looking at some footage that's coming from the CCTV alarms at the Chester investigation. Quite a milestone on this. This is number 200, or review. I'd consider it more than that. It's probably closer to 400 alarms. 200 have gone on to be of interest, so this is number 200. Today's date is the 17th, and we're dealing with a piece of footage that's from the 14th, if I remember right. It's just, yeah, 14th of the 12th, so it's only a couple of days ago at 6:15 of an evening. So, as a reminder, this building is now once again showing high levels of spontaneous activity, particularly at the moment on noises. It went quiet for some 2.5 months, moved into the empty room, and now it's back into this what we call a main office. No explanation why that's occurred. There's been nothing changed in the office. It just suddenly spontaneously sprung up massive amounts of sounds. I've probably got about 16 in the waiting folder that I've got to get through, so I'm limited to how many done today, so I've already got a backlog of footage from this particular one. A lot of them, we have got cameras on the outside of the building in the attic space area, although it hasn't got an attic, it's just above the false ceiling. And we've set up the trigger objects again just to see if we're able to get any of these lighting up, or as before, falling or being thrown. So let's get straight into this one. I've got EQ, just using that really as an amplifier, so increase the volume by quite a margin. Let's see where this one takes us. We'll look at the visual first. There. Oh, that's interesting. Right. So we have the ball. Then we have the noise. Right. Okay. This flat-edged, some people call them cat balls. It's got flat edges and it's actually sat on, it's not a completely flat surface, it's like ribbed, so it's going to need quite a hit for it to, no, nothing there, otherwise. What was that? Right, I'm pretty confident. Right, okay. I might have to just look at this one separately. Right, okay. Let's just go to the end. Okay. We've got three events here. One is the ball flashing. The second is the wrap sound. You've got to bear in mind is if you look at the footage, the video is about a second longer. This is because the CCTV footage, the latency of the audio is lagging behind the video. So we get a sound, so you'll see it, or you'll hear it first. I do apologise, you'll hear it first, then you see the sound emitting. So there's a second difference. So when we come to look at this capture, there's about 3 seconds in between. Let's just go back and count this so we can use this clock. Right, it's 18, 15, 10. Keep your eye on the 10. Yeah, 4 seconds. That's in front of the audio by a second because of this gap here. It's just latency because the camera is trying to save movie, trying to save audio. These are not high-end, expensive cameras, and you get this lagging effect, and the repercussions of that, this latency. So that is probably 3 seconds, not 4 seconds, because the sound is going to come in much earlier, at least a second and a half, would you say? Yeah, 59 would be about there. So it's about a second and a quarter behind. There goes the flash. There's the sound. Are them two connected? Excuse me. Are those two connected? It's naturally going to conclude that. If there is something, I don't know, let's throw one in, rational reason, some sort of vermin is in the room, the flash would maybe enough for it to make a strange sound. It's possible. That's what triggered the camera. Then you got this sound. Are the two connected? And then later on, of course, what we have is, I think it was about there, I think. Something comes from there. It's too quick to make a judgment with that. So what I'm actually going to do is, with 3 things here, haven't we? We've got the light coming on the trigger object, triggers, then got the sound, and then we've got this light anomaly. Don't bungle them up. There are 3 separate events until such time you can put them together. The light one, there's very little we can do with that. Okay, it triggers. I'm confident with these balls that it does need a vibration for them to start to emit light, so we can probably say it's suggestive. The sound we can analyse on this ridiculous, that one there. So what I'm going to do is look into that particular sound there. Well, that is interesting because I've seen this frequency before. Let's turn that one down. You can just about hear it, all the levels disappear. Just put that to real time. See it there. This is this. It's not quite 800, it's 5, 6, 7, maybe 750 to 800 Hz. Very, very distinctive peak of frequency. If I turn it up, obviously the frequency is going to increase. You can see there, the higher we go, the stronger the volume. But what we must be careful about is ensuring that we do try and capture the volume level. And this frequency is utterly bizarre because there is absolutely no fill. If that was a general noise or not, you know, whatever, even a bird chirping, you would get a spread of frequency running across. We don't have that. It's very peaky, very tight frequency, and that is difficult to explain. If I put the volume on 0, back to how it was, that's normal volume. Excuse me. We have seen this before. If I go back to the report, them complying with, there we go there. It's the same frequency. Bit out of it, it's over to 1000, but it's this very, very peaky sound. When it is, you get a normal sound. This is what you get, sound bouncing. But when you come to this fundamental frequency is bang on the same as that. That is now quite compelling because you're looking for common threads, and this one is in particular is so right. Okay, is it connected to the light? Let's just bring that up. That's flashing, and we get that effect. That is quite compelling. I think we still need to treat them as two different effects. One is a trigger object lighting up. Next one is this sound. That frequency is incredibly difficult to explain because even if we turn it up, you're still not going to see much side frequency. There you go. Anyone that can try to explain that, that is so unusual. I've never seen anything as strange as that. That's okay, except the majority of people don't understand sound by that sort of margin, but that is unusual. So we've got a general idea where that's going. So what I'm going to do is very quickly, I'm going to take those of you that are looking at investigators, I know use snippet. You've got something on, yeah, I want to take a picture of that, just use snippet, dead simple. It saves that image, and all I'm going to do now is save it at the number of the movie I'm dealing with, which in fact for this Chester case is number 200. Right, okay. I'm happy with that. We've got the light. We just simply just reporting that it's some sort, it's been triggered, because that's what almost certainly has triggered the alarm state. If there were no more before or after, is more suggestive. You know, if you've got these lights going off every couple of minutes, even every half an hour, it may be down to vibration, but a one-off, because we've tested these balls before, is highly suggestive of something unusual occurring. Then 3 seconds later we get this strange sound. The sound to me is so strikingly different that there has to be an unusual explanation for that, because that ain't natural. Okay, we've now got the light to look at, so what I'm going to do now, I'll just come off that a second, and we're actually going to move into Windows Movie Maker. I'm quite pleased this is happening, because Hannah, an investigator from Runcorn area, is looking to some information, so this one is going to be helpful for her. We've had a discussion over dust orbs recently, so what we're actually going to do excuse me, need to get a drink of water I think in a moment. Where are we? 200. Right, so what I'm going to do is we'll do a full review on this particular software. So this is Windows Movie Maker. All you've got to do is get the video, drop it in there. It's going to take a few seconds to just reformat whatever it is. It will take MP4 or AVI, WMV files and so on. Only takes about 30 seconds to a minute just to process it in the format that it needs. Okay, because what we're focused on now is we've dealt with the light, we've dealt with the sound, we've now got this strange light anomaly that comes in at around about 40 seconds. Okay, there we go. So let's just find whereabouts it is. Quite a powerful tool is Windows Movie Maker. It's completely free. I'm using Windows 7. If you're on 10, I can still get it at free link. It's quite legal software. Get it installed, because it's incredibly useful when it comes to analysing footage. We're not interested in sound at the moment. All we're interested in is the actual video footage. There we go. It's gone there. So all we've got to do is drag it back to a point, split it, and just remove the first segment away. Just recheck you've got it right. If you make a mistake, just use the blue arrow to go backwards. There we go. Stop it, split, and get rid of it. So now what we're interested in is just this section. There we go. What I will do then, simply just right click on that movie sample, copy it, paste it. At the top you've got video tools, click on that, speed, take it to 0.125. This will slow it down to practically one frame every 3 to 4 seconds rather than 30 frames per second. So we're really slow speed. You can go a little bit faster, but I tend to go with this because of what I'm interested in is complete flight. Is there any other anything else going on with it? So just question playing back. Obviously, as you can see, it's got 10 times bigger in size, and we're just going to find out whereabouts it starts to pick its flight up. It seems to come from around this area. I think that's a monitor of a computer. There's a few other tricks with this. There we go. Right, so we'll just go about there, say, split it, remove the section before. There we go. Split it again and just get them removed with that. The more rubbish you remove from movie files, the better. It just makes it more interesting to observer. So let's see both sections of this front to back. One in normal speed, then we're going into ultra slow. It's not dust. could be insect based, that. We've still got a few little midges about. Okay, what we can do again, if we copy that, we're going to paste the slow down section. Okay, there's a couple of things here, a couple of tricks with Windows Media Player so often people aren't aware of. If you click on visual effects, what you got here now is brightness. So you can click on brightness, and if you watch the screen to the left there, you can brighten that up and you can watch it only on that section. That these others before it are not. If you want the brightness on all the movies, you've got to do it on them all, so only relevant to that. So let's see if we get any clues with that. There she goes. Okay, I'm not sure. Or you can, if you want to, nothing stops you darting it. Sometimes when you're dealing with that, some right on dark now, some of the genuine spirit arms can emit light. That's there. So it's just the infrared light just picking that up. I'm confident that's not dust, but it could be. It's more likely insect. I'm just so used to dealing with these circular objects, and because of the speed of it, the simple fact is the camera just can't keep up with it, and you get the tube effect. It's not like what you would expect from a normal. There you go. It's just a tube. It's just how the sampling rates of the videos work. You've got other filters you can use here. Sometimes I find if we get to the point where we can actually see this thing, yeah, we can see it there. Okay, you can use some filters if you wanted to. Sometimes you can get a little bit. These can show it up. I can see there. Got the blue ones. Various options there for you to play around with. I think that's an insect. I'm going to nail my hat on with that. If you've done the various reviews, if you want to put this on like somewhere like YouTube, it's just a question of just saving it. You can put an image at the front of it, so if I wanted to put a own image on there, let's desktop. There's our image. You can drag and drop them around. You've got put your logo on. You can put captions if you wanted to, give an explanation, whatever you want to do with that. Then once you're ready to go, just save it down, pop it on your YouTube. Quality is very, very good. You've got some transition effects if you want to make it more interesting. You know, that sort of glass effect. Or you've got the opening closing door, bit of a ghostly one, and so on and so forth. Likewise the visual effects, let's just go to that one there. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to we'll see if I can do a screenshot of this actually. I'll just delete that out of it. Use that. There it goes. No, I'm not going to bother. I'm confident that that's insect based. It's certainly not any way paranormal, that one. I've just seen too many of them to put it into that category. You know, it's suggestive of dust, but it's more like some sort of small insect that's just flying, and the camera picks it up, lights it up with the IR, and off you go. So right, that was quite an interesting review, quite a long one, I know, I suppose. So right, I'll see you on the next one.